Imagine a hot summer day in London. The sun is blazing down, but there's a faint, persistent odor in the air. As the day goes on, this odor grows, becoming stronger and more unbearable. Now imagine that smell is so strong that people are literally fleeing their workplaces with handkerchiefs over their noses. This is not just a scene I made up. This actually happened in London in the summer of 1858. This event, known as the Great Stink, was so severe that it not only disrupted daily life, but it also forced the British government to take immediate action, leading to the creation of London's modern sewer system. The problem had been festering for years. In the 19th century, London was experiencing unprecedented growth. The Industrial Revolution brought a massive influx of people to the city, creating a booming population. This rapid urbanization, however, outpaced the capacity of the city's infrastructure, particularly the sanitation system, so we all know where this is going. The medieval sewer system was inadequate for the amount of waste produced by the new population. Streets overflowed and raw sewage flowed directly into the river, which also doubled as a main source of drinking water. And so, the scenes in London at the time were very far from the romanticized images of Victorian life. The streets were filthy and the river was a brown sludge filled with both human and industrial waste. People were very aware that something was wrong, but didn't really understand the root of the problem. The prevailing scientific theory of the time was the idea that diseases were spread by bad air, not contaminated water. Despite the mounting evidence, including frequent cholera outbreaks that killed thousands, many clung to this idea. It wasn't until the summer of 1858 that the situation reached a real tipping point. That summer was unusually hot, and the heat exacerbated the already terrible smell of the river. The extensive amounts of waste in the river began to ferment in the scorching temperatures, creating a stench that permeated London. Now, a man named James Nasmyth, who was an English inventor and engineer, painted a vivid picture of the dire situation. He described people in Parliament, which was one of the epicenters of the crisis, of doing no work, but holding handkerchiefs to their noses and gasping for fresh air as they tried to bear the stench. Literally, it smelled so bad that Parliament stopped. The curtains in the House of Commons were even soaked in chloride of lime in an attempt to mask the smell, but the effort was futile. Now, the Great Stink was not just an inconvenience, it was a severe public health risk. Cholera, typhoid, and other waterborne diseases were rampant. By this time, some pioneering scientists like John Snow had started to piece together the true cause of cholera, arguing that it was spread through contaminated water. And the unbearable stink of 1858 forced the government's hand. Faced with overwhelming public outcry and the undeniable evidence that the situation could not go on, Parliament decided to act. Enter a man named Joseph Basilgette, the chief engineer of the Metropolitan Board of Works. Joseph was tasked with overhauling London's sewer system, which was a monumental undertaking in terms of scale and complexity, if you can imagine. But his plan was revolutionary. He designed an extensive network of underground brick-lined sewers meant to intercept waste before it could reach the river. His system directed sewage to treatment facilities away from the populated areas of the city. Over the next 16 years, London witnessed the construction of approximately 1,300 miles of street sewers connected to an additional 82 miles of major intercepting sewers. This ambitious project not only alleviated the smell, but also laid the foundation for modern urban sanitation systems worldwide. But in coming up with this monumental project, Joseph faced numerous challenges. The construction required meticulous planning and coordination. His design also had a safety margin built in. He calculated the capacity of the sewer system based on the highest foreseeable usage, then, smart thinking, he doubled it. This foresight proved invaluable as it allowed the system to handle future expansion. The impact of the new sewer system was immediate and profound. Once the new system was completed, the persistent foul odor that had plagued London for so long was drastically reduced. More importantly, cholera outbreaks became less frequent and the overall health and hygiene of the population significantly improved. The project was a resounding success and is still used as an example of proper urban planning. And that brings me to the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.